All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today we are diving into the booming, sometimes confusing, but absolutely fascinating world of prediction markets. And let me tell you, you can forget thinking of this as some niche hobby. This space has completely exploded into a multi-billion-dollar industry.
And when I say booming, I really mean it. Just take a look at these numbers. During major events, a platform like Polymarket can see trading volumes of, get this, $1 billion in a single month. Kalshi regularly clears hundreds of millions. This is not a sideshow anymore. We're talking about a serious financial ecosystem.
So all that massive growth brings up a really crucial question, right? With all these different platforms and each one has its own rules and its own focus, how do you possibly choose? Well, the secret isn't finding the single best platform. It's about finding the one that's best for your specific needs, your location, and your goals.
So let's meet the main players, shall we? We're going to break down the top 4 platforms, and you'll see that each one is really built for a very different kind of user, from the global pro trader to the curious beginner who's just getting their feet wet.
Now, what's really interesting is that your biggest choice, right off the bat, boils down to this one fundamental split. Think of it like a fork in the road. On one side, you have the US regulated path. That means government oversight, consumer protections, the whole deal. On the other side, you have the global, crypto-native world that runs on the blockchain. And honestly, your location is the first and most important thing that decides which path you can even go down.
Let's start with the giant in the room, Polymarket. By volume, it's the largest prediction market platform in the world, period. It has the deepest liquidity and incredibly low costs. We're talking 0 trading fees. This makes it the destination for serious international traders, especially when it comes to sports and politics. But there's one major catch. It's completely geoblocked for users in the United States.
So for you traders inside the US, the answer is Kalshi. It's the only platform with serious trading volume that is fully regulated by the CFTC. That's the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, by the way, the same group that oversees major financial markets. So this means your funds have real protection, but it also means you got to go through the standard financial onboarding like Know Your Customer or KYC checks. It's the go-to choice for legal, protected trading within the US.
Then there's the old guard, PredictIt. It's been the home for political junkies for years, and you'll see it cited in tons of academic papers. But for a serious trader, those fees are, well, they're extremely high. 5% on your profits and 10% just to withdraw your money. Ouch. You combine that with a low investment cap of only $850 per market, and it becomes pretty clear this is more for casual hobbyists than for professional trading.
So what if you just want to learn the ropes without risking any real money? Well, that's where Manifold comes in. It's a global platform that runs on a play money currency they call mana. So here, you can test out your forecasting skills, you can build a track record, compete on leaderboards with a real community, and do it all without any financial risk. It really is the perfect practice ground.
Now, if you're hearing all of this, I know what you might be thinking. This sounds a whole lot like sports betting, but there's some crucial differences under the hood that make prediction markets function much, much more like a financial exchange. Let's break down exactly why that is.
This table really breaks it all down. In a prediction market, you're trading against other users, not against the house. The fees are transparent and way lower than a sportsbook's VIG. And here's a big one. You can sell your position at any time. You're not locked in. And maybe most important of all, the prices are set by pure supply and demand, the wisdom of the crowd, not by some company's internal odds makers.
And this quote right here just absolutely nails the core takeaway. The distinction is everything. Prediction markets are designed like stock trading, and they're for people who believe they have a genuine information or a model-based edge. It's all about trading on that insight in an efficient, open market, not just placing a bet against the house.
Okay, this all sounds great in theory, but it only really matters if the markets actually work, you know? Do the prices they produce, these probabilities of future events, do they actually reflect reality? Well, let's take a look at the data on their accuracy.
On the big markets, the ones with clear outcomes, like major elections or NFL games, the answer is a resounding yes. Decades of academic research have shown that they are incredibly accurate. We're talking calibrating within just a few percentage points of the true probability. It's pretty amazing.
But, and this is a really crucial distinction, that accuracy can start to break down. On smaller, more niche markets where there's low trading volume, or on markets where the rules are a little ambiguous, that margin of error widens a lot. So ultimately, you have to remember that liquidity is the key to accuracy.
So what about the elephant in the room?
insider information. Of course, yeah, it happens. But the platforms have defenses. So the really crucial point for you as a serious trader is that you have to assume all the public information is already baked into the price. Your edge can't come from just reading the news faster. It has to come from a unique quantitative model or some kind of deeper analysis.
Okay, so we've covered the players, the mechanics, and the accuracy. Now let's bring it all together with a simple little decision framework to help you find your ideal starting point in this whole world.
You know, choosing your platform becomes remarkably simple when you just follow this decision tree. Just answer 4 questions for yourself. First, your location. Are you in the US or global? Second, your goal. Are you using real money or just practicing? Third, your needs. Do you need something technical like an API for a trading bot? And finally, your capital. Are you a retail trader or an institutional one?
Answering those questions really makes the path clear. And look, for the vast majority of people, the choice really comes down to this. If you're in the US and you want to trade legally with real money, your answer is Kalshi. For pretty much everyone else, especially experienced traders outside the US looking for the deepest markets, the answer is going to be Polymarket. And that leaves us with one final thought. We've explained the tools, the platforms, the rules of the game. You now have a map of the landscape. But in a market that's designed to aggregate all the known information, the most important variable isn't the platform you choose. It's the unique insight that you bring to the table. So the real question you have to ask yourself is, what do you know that the crowd doesn't?